On the first night of qualification, the top 8 women put scores up that advance them here. They'll go once, and that single score which is determined will decide who wins the medals. Upcoming, we will see Courtney Kupets of the United States. And we will also see Carly Patterson in a few minutes. Now, Svetlana Horkina, who is a teammate of Anna Pavlova, did not honor her great career when this week she said that she thought Carly Patterson's gold medal in the women's all-around was fixed, and that she didn't win simply because she wasn't American. Tim, I'm not so sure, and Elfie as well, that's the kind of message you want to pass along as the leader of Russian gymnastics to this new young generation of Anna Pavlova. It's really unfortunate. Svetlana Horkina has so much to be proud of and has been applauded and cheered throughout her career, and that's an unfortunate way for her to go out.
And it's also been very clear at these Olympic Games that this new generation has been a great challenge for her, including Anna Pavlova, her teammate.
In that very same all-around, Pavlova was brought to tears when Carly Patterson's score knocked her out of the medals.
Well, that was an unfortunate mistake. She was supposed to connect those 3 skills. She breaks that connection and therefore will lose some deductions.
Such a classical looking gymnast though. Beautiful body line, excellent carriage, great hands.
Oh, she's had great variety of skills in this beam routine, taking a lot of risk. Triple twist dismount, that was beautiful.
Really happy to see this, Al. She's done a tremendous job at these Olympic Games, has been plagued with inconsistencies in the past and really never risen to the level that she was capable of, but she's been great here.
It's her mom.
And you know, balance beam is about connecting combinations. That's what it's become in this past 4 years. This is a very difficult skill, and right here, breaks form, has a little bobble, and was supposed to connect it to 2 other skills.
But the dismount was fantastic. This is a triple twist. Maybe doesn't get it all the way around and the legs slightly apart, but that right there, hold on to that landing, don't move. Great stuff.
Makes everything look a little bit better. Pavlova got a medal yesterday in the event finals, and that smile of hers was beautiful. Still to come, Courtney Kupets from Maryland. She won an individual medal. She also won with the team, of course. Like the men, the women won silver in the team competition. There was some question whether Courtney could go tonight. Remember, in the team competition, she was pulled from beam because of a leg soreness issue. And tonight, Taryn Humphrey actually was warming up, so we had last-minute speculation about whether Courtney would go. Well, she's out there. She is going to do it. And the score of Pavlova's is taking forever.
If the judges are out of range, if the scores are separated by too much, they get together and talk it over, or sometimes there's a start value discussion. But there, 9.587, not a bad score.
Next up is Alexandra Georgiana Aramia. The Romanian women have maybe beyond their own expectations. I don't get tired of seeing Octavian Belu, the coach, hug his gymnasts after they win gold.
And they've trained so well. They've trained so hard. In fact, the 2 Romanians on the event finals here went 1 and 2 at the European Championships. Alexandra was 2nd on balance beam.
Very much a family. They live together, train together, eat together. And when they won at the end of the team finals, a special moment.
They celebrated together.
They sure did. And you know, I've said it before, but it certainly needs to be mentioned again. Their competition in the team finals was remarkable. There are always mistakes, but it's like the Romanians made none.
Getting set for a very, very difficult dismount combination into a triple twist. That made it around. What's also remarkable about this team is the fact that Octavian Bellew only had 2 years to build this team. He said typically he has 4, but there were other athletes who had retired right after the Sydney Olympics. Here's the combination, switch leap, 1 arm back handspring into a 2-foot layout. That will get some bonus points. Beautiful.
Nice dismount here. Done in combination with a couple of back handsprings in front of it makes it even more difficult. Into this triple full. Just the step back on the landing, but very strong exercise. Octavian Bellew not on the floor right now. Mariana Vitan is also one of the head coaches.
But Octavian never watches balance beam anyway. He gets too nervous.
The 9-7 on balance beam is a big, big number. Still to come in this beam final, the 2 Americans. Later, Carly Patterson, the all-around gold medalist. But next, that woman from Gaithersburg, Maryland, Courtney Kupets, a final Olympic competition.
Chevy Suburban, the highest-ranked full-size SUV in initial quality. Chevy Tahoe, the best-selling full-size SUV.
Take it. You take it.
And the powerful 275 horsepower Trailblazer.
Boys.
It's one tough family of SUVs. Chevy, an American revolution.
Let's imagine a lipstick with color, moisture, and shine that wears into the night.
The best of all worlds come together in My Lip Miracle, new from Avon.
Let's talk about the power of having it all.
If I get 3 wishes, they'd be, 1 would be all the people I love never died. One of the things that I worry about the most is like not seeing my family, like if they die. But I know I'm gonna be in heaven.
Simon, I could tell America I love vanilla Coke, but if it comes from you, America's most notorious critic, then we've got something. So, what is your opinion about vanilla Coke?
Well, actually,
Jimmy, show him his opinion.
I love the smooth, intriguing flavor of vanilla Coke.
He loves it. Jimmy, ring the bell. We've got our first celebrity endorsement. Vanilla Coke and Diet Vanilla Coke. Smooth and intriguing, like we said.
It's good.
Some people think if you have a really bad headache, you should take extra medicine. Problem is, that's not going to get rid of your headache faster. And taking too much of any medication, no matter how safe it is, can cause serious problems. Your health is important to us, so if you're not going to take the recommended dose of our medicine, I'd rather you just didn't take it. And if that means selling less Tylenol, that's fine with me.
Courtney Kupets getting set to go for USA Gymnastics, and herself, she has just been so great in showing us through her smile and what she says about feeling the Olympic experience. It's turned out to be a 2-medal experience so far for her, a silver and a bronze individually. And she gets a 9.55 in qualifying to get into the final. She'll want to do better than that if she's thinking of medaling here.
Well, remember, there was some question as to whether or not Courtney would even compete this evening. She was pulled from the team finals because of a leg injury.
And that leg injury had nothing to do with the fact that she already had come back from a torn Achilles tendon. easily could have ended her career.
They were skills like this that actually bothered Courtney, along with others in this beam set. She said, I know it sounds strange. I mean, the tumbling isn't an issue. It's just certain skills like this one. That was one of the moves that she cited as bothering her right leg.
But all these athletes, they learn to obviously deal with the little aches and pains, and this is the Olympic finals, and you have an opportunity to walk out on this stage just one more time. I don't know how you can't get through that.
This was another combination that she said
right on.
Didn't feel so well. Watch how she sets up for this dismount. She'll just plant her feet and then move right down the beam in combination. Ended the routine very well.
Well, she's a fighter. She's really a tough kid.
She is. Well, Kelly Hill, her coach, has had a lot of them. Dominique Dawes and Elise Ray. She is part of a long lineage of tremendous gymnasts at Hills.
That right leg takeoff, Tim, into the aerial front. She said the split action, the takeoff. This was one skill she was concerned about.
Kind of gives you a perspective of
the heel on one side, the toes on the other.
And look at those toes. Please. They are just like grabbing on, latching onto that beam. It helps to have long toes on the balance beam.
Carly Patterson will come a little bit later. It's a great scene yesterday when Carly Patterson had on coach's gear and she chalked up the uneven bars for Courtney Kupets. Led to a medal. And Courtney gets 9.375. Does it seem a little low to you?
Well, she had that one bobble in the middle and actually only started at a 9.8, Al.
The biggest score in qualifying was put up by Catalina Ponor of, yes, the Romanians.
And you know, El, she's coming into this competition with a lot of reputation. Silver medalist last year at the World Championships. She is current European champion on this event, so she's got a couple medals to show for.
In all the competition, in all the training, the podium training, the warm-up, I have not seen her make any mistakes on balance beam. She has been absolutely perfection in motion. Thing that's so great is she works with such aggression. She doesn't take a long time to set up for her element. She moves right from one to another.
Yeah, she has a great rhythm along with the variety of skills. Makes it look very, very easy.
And this is nice how she drops down.
Yeah, Tim, right here, you know, she's not getting any extra points on a skill like that, but she takes a little bit of risk and, you know, sets herself apart from the rest of the crowd, from the rest of the athletes. Should be a big, big dismount. Double back with a full twist.
Oh my! Wow!
You don't need to know a thing about gymnastics to know beautiful when you see it.
And that was magnificent, and capped off with a full twisting double somersault that she just drills into the mat.
Some of the women look like they're fighting the bar. She looks like she's hugging it. And there is Bellou. He came out.
In the first day of competition, we didn't know if she would do her big dismount or a more conservative one.
Look at how diverse this tumbling pass is. Changing direction, one arm, then into a layout. I mean, there's so much happening in those skills. It was beautiful.
9.787. And that 9.787 is the highest score we've seen. The Romanians keep on rolling. Every Olympic gold medal champion loves a challenge, and Carly Patterson has a big one. Up on the beam next.
So anything could happen. That's what's so scary. That's
That's what's so exciting.
Amazing grace.
In uncertain times, when the world needs hope, never underestimate the power of the American dream.
That's what the future's like. That's what makes it an adventure.
American Dreams returns Sunday, September 26th.
This summer, the Fast Lane is under new ownership. Catch the most thrilling performance of the season, Pontiac Summer Drive.
Get a total allowance of $4,000 on a 2004 Grand Prix, or GM Smart Lease Lessees lease a 2004 Grand Prix for around $239 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details.
The performance of the year, the ride of a lifetime. Now playing at Pontiac dealers everywhere.
Why do we care about the lives we touch? We see what medicine can do. We're Penn.
Turn and arms. Synchronized swimmers, I need you to guess how many minutes you need to hold your breath every month. 100? That might be too high, and then you're just wasting minutes. 75? That might be too low, and then you've got big overage charges.
Why waste money guessing? The Sprint PCS Fair and Flexible plan adjusts every month, so you can save up to $300 a year.
No guessing. What do you think?
That's good. Yeah.
Sprint PCS. See how much you can save.
Want up-to-the-minute news, results, TV listings, and exclusive video highlights? Go to NBCOlympics.com. Brought to you by SBC. SBC, going beyond the call.
All eyes now on the Texan teenager Carly Patterson. In these Olympic Games, the all-around gold medalist. Her destiny, most likely, a Wheaties box, and much, much more. She has watched as Catalina Ponor of Romania has put up a 9.787. That's better than she even qualified. Carly Patterson had a 9.725 on the night of qualifying and really, really delivered for herself on the night of the all-around, because that event changed on this apparatus.
And she's capable. She can get into that 9.7 range. It's possible for her, but she needs to be perfect. She needs to stick a landing. She needs to get through a major acrobatic element right off the top of the balance beam. But it is possible.
And the skill that Tim was speaking of is coming up right here. She'll change direction. It's a blind landing. Solid.
Watch how late she lands on the beam.
Very different
like
rhythm.
Yeah.
Very different rhythm. There's a calmness about her work.
Bellew staring. Evgeny Marchenko, Carly's coach, cheering like crazy.
This is the moment, though, right here. Arabian double front somersault.
Most difficult dismount being done here in this competition.
Wow! Wow!
She knew before she got up there that one little bobble could doom things. Was that little hop at the end enough to do it?
This was really the first test in Arabian skill. She has done this so well since she's been here. Look at that blind landing, huge risk on that element, perfect.
And then, of course, the dismount out of a back handspring. She'll twist right away and then do 2 flips forward. spot the ground really late. Oh, and just the smallest little hop.
A 9.775. That will miss by 12 thousandths of a point from catching Catalina Ponar. But Carly Patterson is going to get a medal tonight, and well-deserved. Just enormous pressure. One last competitor to go, Li Ya of China. In qualifying, she had a 9.6.
She's great on balance beam, and actually the only Chinese gymnast at these games that very confident, thought she could win 2 individual gold medals, one of them on the balance beam.
So there's no doubt that that little jump at the end of Carly's routine cost her the gold.
I would say most definitely it did. And, you know, I have to agree with him. Carly's routine was fantastic, but she did.
Oh. Such a shame, because we talk so often about how wonderful they are on uneven bars, balance beam, but we're really not getting a chance to see exactly what they're capable of doing here.
The Romanians do it again. Day after day in these Olympic Games, we've seen their gold medal celebrations. What an amazing duel it was between 2 great gymnasts. Catalina Ponar, with all the judges' eyes looking at every single thing that she did with every finger and every toe and every body move, separated the gold and the silver medal here tonight at the Olympic Hall by 12 thousandths of a point. You can't get much closer than that. And so the Olympics for Carly Patterson is over. She was expected to be a big star at these games, and she was.
No questioning that, Al. Patterson, just 16 years old, from Allen, Texas, first exposed to gymnastics as a 6-year-old at her cousin's birthday party. Here in Athens, she wins 3 medals, team silver, all-around gold, and another silver, nearly a gold tonight on the balance beam. Her 3 medals, the most for an American woman in a gymnastics competition at one Olympics since Shannon Miller won 5 in 1992 in Barcelona. More of the apparatus finals, including all-around champion Paul Hamm on the high bar, still ahead. But next, it's 18-year-old Allison Felix, one of the revelations at the U.S. Olympic trials on a U.S. track team where youth has so far ruled. It's the quarters of the women's 200 meters when we come back.
The gold, silver, and bronze. Representing the United States later will be Mohini Bardwaj. But right now we start off with Diane Dos Santos of Brazil.
And this, I tell you, Al, could be one of those moments way back in 1972. I remember turning my television set on and watching a girl named Olga Korbut captivate the world. This young lady has a lot of those same qualities.
That's a 10th of the deduction.
There's a huge ovation here. Tim, you get the feeling maybe on that first pass she just had too much energy.
Well, actually, she even made something that was so difficult, more difficult for this Olympic final. Tries to do an Arabian double front in the laid out position. This is brand new for the Olympic Games. Have never seen this performed.
Wow.
And just has too much energy, takes those steps forward and out of bounds.
We watched her in practice. She was super, super bouncy on the floor. I'm not at all surprised.
And she'll score well below what she did in qualifying, a 9.375. Next up from Spain, Patricia Moreno. Spain has already won a gold medal tonight. Gervasio de Ferrer. Maybe there's some Spanish magic here.
Horacio won that gold medal on the vault for the men.
What'd you think?
She does tons of difficulty in her tumbling passes. Actually does a 3.5 twist, the only one in the competition. But, you know, visible errors on the landings on all her tumbling.
But, you know, sometimes the most difficult looking things aren't the most difficult. This is really hard. Very few gymnasts in the world have ever even tried this. This is 3.5 times around. It's just so difficult to get your body to twist that many times. But once again, like we saw with Dos Santos, she shows a little bit of lack of control on the landing.
See how it compares to the 9.375, which is where the bar was set. And a 9.487, good enough to put Patricia Moreno of Spain in the lead. But we have gymnasts to come who have scored above 9.6 in qualifying. One of them is Cheng Fei. She scored a 9.65 to qualify.
And this is really just a wonderful routine. She puts everything together. A double twisting, double somersault at the beginning.
And
Beautiful.
Tim, the music just makes you sort of turn and look up and say, hey, who's going? This is unbelievable, this performance.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
She put a smile on my face. You know, she's such a little girl, but when she's out there on the floor, she looks so tall. Her performance was big. The music was just wonderful. It drew me in.
Incredible tumbling, starting off with this double twisting, double somersault. Very, very few people in the world capable of doing this. I believe she's the only athlete at these Olympic Games doing a double twisting, double somersault. Little bit off on the landing, but wow, can she tumble? She dances. She's great.
9.412 for Cheng Fei of China. That will put her in second place. And some whistles cascading down. The fans here at the Olympic Indoor Hall didn't like how long it took.
That score's too low, Al.
You saw her shaking her head, and I couldn't agree more.
Still to come from the United States, Mohini Bardwaj, surprisingly the only member of the U.S. team in this floor exercise final.
Coca-Cola, proud worldwide sponsor of the 2004 Olympic Games, salutes the human spirit of the athletes of the world and the people who believe in them. Refreshing the Olympic spirit since 1928.
I hadn't seen him in a while. I wasn't sure if he'd recognize me. So I jogged his memory. Again. And again.
That's the end of the career, I think, right there. Girls start punking you.
Maybe we could get a number or something.
Yeah, at least get a date on it or something.
I still don't know if he knows my name. But I'm pretty sure I left an impression.
Tell me what I need to know.
On September 10th.
Hello.
Thank God.
Who is this, Chloe?
No, please don't hang up, or I'm dead.
How far would you go?
Tell me what the video is.
You got the wrong family!
To save the life.
It's gonna be okay, I can help.
Of a stranger.
Hurry!
I gotta borrow your car. I got what you're looking for.
Who are you?
Someone's coming.
Whatever happens, don't hang up.
Cellular. Rated PG-13. Starts September 10th.
Great performance takes great strength, like the financial strength of over $700 billion in assets. For 85 years, customers of the AIG companies have had more secure financial futures because we know money. AIG. Insurance, loans, retirement.
Annoying, isn't it? All these so-called offers flying around out there. Not at LensCrafters. $100 off means $100 off. Any complete pair, including prescription sunglasses. LensCrafters. You'll see, we're better.
The amount of body in your hair depends on the conditioner you use. New conditioner from Dove rinses clean and leaves hair fuller than even the leading volumizing conditioner. Condition weightlessly with Dove.
Got a breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, big fan, come on? And yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we've got us a convoy.
The Buick Rendezvous Ultra. Rainier. And coming soon to Raza. 3 new ways to refine the road. Buick. We're not just a car company anymore.
The games of the 28th Olympiad on NBC are brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team. By Capital One No Hassle Rewards. What's in your wallet? By Chevrolet, proud sponsor of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team. Chevy, an American revolution. And by Subway. Living well and eating well is about making choices. We're glad we're one of them. Subway. Choose well.
Already having won a gold medal on the night, Catalina Ponor of Romania, and as good as she can be on the balance beam, is as graceful as she can be in floor exercise.
And now, as I said on balance beam, what she has coming into floor exercise is reputation. Once again, she has a couple of medals. Last year, silver from the World Championships. This year, the gold medal at the Europeans. Four solid tumbling passes. That's going to be your new leader.
Well, if after these Olympic Games, Romanian gymnastics had an IPO sort of like Google, through the roof.
Very powerful full twisting double somersault. She also does it in pike position, keeping her legs straight.
Of course, coming down to the final tumbling pass, this being her fourth one in the routine. Just a double pike. All she had to do was plant her legs onto the floor. Not go out of bounds. Not a problem.
And she has been duly rewarded with a 9.75. They just have not been handing out numbers like that on floor exercise. Another Romanian celebration is imminent. Let's get in the head now for a moment of Mohini Bardwaj. Making the Olympic team was not a guaranteed thing. Getting to the point where she can star for herself, forget it. Now, with the scores that have come so far, she can legitimately think of a medal. It's the biggest roar so far. She'll keep that one.
She sure will. What an Olympic Games. What a story. This young lady barely made it out of the first round of competition and has gotten better and better. and better.
And can you believe that she qualified into this day of competition? She led the team off in the first day of team competition. It was a huge score, not to mention a huge opening tumbling pass. Everybody just kind of gasps when they see Mo do this.
Double laid out somersault, 2 flips, completely in a stretched position, and then she spots the ground, bang, punches that floor, changes direction.
That was the best one we've seen from her.
Great, great stuff.
But it's not scored greatly. Mohini Bardwaj gets a 9-3-1-2. She doesn't love it, and it's another score the crowd doesn't understand.
Well, what they have to understand is the start value of her routine was out of a 9.7, so that's the maximum. But I actually thought that was just a little bit too low.
Looked like Mohini was counting the deductions that she thought she should get with Coach Chris Waller, but she's going home with an Olympic team silver medal. And that's a pretty darn good story. A nice finish to that one. Here's Alina Kozic, a teammate on the men's side, has already made it a great night for her country.
Whoa.
Well, very ambitious first tumbling run, and we've seen her do that so well here in Athens, but you take the big risk, and sometimes you sit down 0.5 of a point, and she was out of bounds as well. An additional deduction.
Well, Elfie, off of that routine, Alina Kozic won't figure in the medals. It's too bad. A lot more was expected of her.
Oh, absolutely. She was the all-around winner at the European Championships and never lived up to that title here in Athens.
And now we're going to get another glimpse at the Romanian depth. Oana Ban, who was part of the gold medal winning team here for Romania, had a leg injury, and she's out. And so Daniela Sofroni steps in for her. She's obviously good enough to challenge for a medal, but what about the gold that's currently being held by her teammate?
I think that score is far too high for her to achieve, but she should factor in to a medal, as you said.
Kozic in the 8s. And boy, Tim, Octavian Bellou has had the magic touch in back-to-back Olympics. 9 medals combined now for the men's and the women's. He's responsible for the women's success. How do you summarize what he's been able to do?
That's remarkable. It's truly remarkable, and with a Romanian going last at these Olympic Games, it's fitting. They only have 9, but with her going, my guess is they're going to end up with 10.
You know, in back-to-back Olympics, they've been the dominant team on the women's side. You could say dynasty, but dynasties usually have athletes that carry through. This is a totally different group with the same success, and even at a different level here. Got to be a short list of deductions.
You know what's amazing to me is she was just an alternate last year at the World Championships. 5th in the individual all around here. No question this routine will get a medal.
I concur.
Catalina Ponor, her teammate, has a 9.75. Silver right now is Patricia Moreno of Spain. And that's a 9.487, so if she finishes between those two, and the Romanians think they've done it, they gather for a team hug another time.
There's been a lot of Romanian hugging going on, deservedly so.
Well, how about this? They're going to win a gold here. As a team, they could have won 6, max. They're going to win 4. And there's Andrea Raducan, who was part of that Romanian team in Sydney. And I'd love to hear what she is saying back to her homeland about what has happened here in the sport of gymnastics. She's going to fight, Raducan is, to get her gold medal back from Sydney. And I think she's got a pretty good case for that. The drug that she took, which was a cold tablet, is no longer even illegal. But I don't think she's thinking about that right now. It looks as though she's just clapping with pride that she's part of this. She's part of what's been built in the last decade in Romanian gymnastics. No medal for Mohini Bardwaj, but she's done a lot of smiling here in Athens. Back to California she goes with that team silver Olympic medal, and the Romanians go back home on about a 2-hour flight with a lifetime of stories about what they did here in Greece.
And there is one more event.